Hi there, my name is David Boag. Welcome to Natural Focus. I've got something really exciting that I want to share with you right now. And so if we take a look at the Natural Focus tutorial, it's actually under the heading of creativity. So if we go to the creativity section, and in particular to the area of impact, it is really to do with using lenses and the difference that lenses make to take in a photograph. So if we go to exaggerating perspective, here now we can see that I've taken 3 artificial flowers out into the field. And of course, because they're artificial flowers, I could plant them exactly where I wanted to. And so there I placed the flowers in the field. Now, how far apart do you think they might be? Try to assess that in your mind, okay? Think how far apart they might be. Because I have taken that photograph using a long telephoto lens. Now, without moving the flowers, look at the difference. For now we're using a wide angle lens. How the perspective has changed. How your view on the 2 flowers or the 3 flowers has changed. Let's just go back to the other one. You see here, as we look at the effect of a long telephoto lens, it has sort of crammed them together. Foreshortening distance, piling everything up on top of each other. Click on it again, and now you can see that the wide angle lens has stretched everything apart. The red flower there now looks miles away. Further objects seem smaller than they really are. And so the effect of a wide angle is to stretch out perspective. If you want to see both flowers together, you can click next, and then you can see them side by side. So that's the creative effect of a lens. Now, it's all very well saying that about flowers that you've planted in a field and artificial flowers, but how about using it for real? Okay, well, here in this situation, I'm using a wide angle lens. And in a sense, this is quite a good illustration for the highest branches of the trees being further away from us. Using a wide angle lens, remember, it makes them look even smaller than they really are. So they look really tiny, and that makes the tree look even taller than it really is. We've exaggerated perspective, we've distorted it in our mind, I suppose. Whilst if you look at the next picture, in a sense this is quite a good illustration, for on the left hand side we're using a wide angle lens, on the right hand side we're using a telephoto lens. If I were to ask you the question, in which field is the buttercups most dense, you would probably say that it was the right hand shot. But the truth of the matter is, it's the same field. It's just that on the left-hand picture, where we're using a wide-angle lens, it has stretched them all apart. You can even see the gaps in between the buttercups. Whereas in the right-hand picture, the telephoto lens has crammed them all together. Yeah? Let's go next. You'll see what I mean. For here is the wide-angle shot, but look, that's the bit that I picked out with the telephoto lens. And look what happens. It is amazing, isn't it? You see, there's a tendency when we see a field of flowers to say to ourselves, oh, let's get into that field and put on a wide-angle lens and get it all in. But maybe creatively, it would be worth just stepping out of the field and putting on a telephoto lens and seeing what effect that has. Here we can see it again, side by side. There's so much we could talk about, really to do with affecting perspective. Oh dear, here's a spider. We can't look at everything. Let's go back. Actually, there's a whole sequence of photographs after this illustrating the use of perspective in a whole variety of different ways. It comes into photographing flowers. It comes into the landscape section. It comes in again and again. But some of you perhaps are saying, but I can't change the lenses on my camera. Hang on a moment. Look, let's just use this hypertext link to flip across into the equipment section, where I'm going to just go across to lenses for a moment or two. And you're saying I can't change the lenses on my camera, but hang on a minute. What should we? Let's pick zoom. Okay, we use zoom. And if you perhaps just have if you have a compact camera, you can still use that same effect. Because if you look at this and how we've clicked on it, you can see how that you have, I am sure, that effect on your compact camera. It zooms narrower and it zooms wider. It zooms narrower and wider. You can choose. And so you can use the effect that we saw just a moment ago. You can see here, for example, the cheetah cub zooming back and forth here in Kenya. So you can see what I'm talking about. Let's stop that a minute. It's annoying. Yeah? And so you can do these things for yourself and use that in a creative way. We just follow back to where we were. The point being, is that there is so much creativity to photography. And I really want to encourage that creativity. Of course, I really want you to go to naturalfocus.co.uk, where you can download the first part of this tutorial absolutely free. I don't even ask your email address. It's an enormous tutorial, believe you me. I have put my heart and soul into this tutorial, and it's incredibly interactive. Do take a look. I'll try to put something else in the YouTube in perhaps a couple of weeks' time. Thanks ever so much for watching me and being with me here on Natural Focus.